Hi, it's me again with Corel Tips and Tricks. I just did a video and I said in that video, so this is part two, that you could use the artistic media tool. So all I did was take that. I wish I would have kept a copy of, no, I didn't. And I just Control D and just made it longer and longer and longer and longer and longer. Now this is still kind of a problem because we've got intersecting. We've got to intersect these parts. But this is going to get us close, and I think it could be played with. So I took an ellipse, and I went to Windows, Dockers, and Properties. I turned the ellipse into a curve, and the curve length is 19.95. So if I take this, I've made it almost there, and I'm going to go 19.95. Okay? Then I'm going to go to the artistic media brush, get the vector brush. You've got that selected, and go to the save it, and I'm just going to call it DG right now. It doesn't matter. I never go back and look at them. Now, when you do that, we can put it on the path. Now, nothing looks like it happens, but you can go up or down and see we're short, but we're short just a little bit. So that could be, it's really not, because this is perfect. So let's try this. Let's try, we need to make, let's back up here. You have trouble using but if you go up here to object, break the artistic media apart, and then you'll have your circle back. Let's try this. Let's try measuring. I don't really know how to do this. What I do want to do is cut these off and, or cut one of them off to measure by and see if that doesn't help. But it's so long, it's kind of hard to zoom in. But let's use the parallel dimension tool and try to go from, it's going to be too hard to see. See, I've only got 19.74, which might be correct. Let me just kind of look to see where I measured from. So I'm pretty close to that end. Really, I need to go a little bit further. I don't know if we can move this line. I never have. No. You know what? So this would be a good lesson. Let's put an indexing. Well, we don't need an indexing line. Let's just use a straight line. Hold down the control button. And let's put it right, maybe midpoint of that. And then make a duplicate and make a midpoint of that. I don't know. I'm just guessing. Let's say that. Now let's measure the distance between those two lines. And parallel dimension tool. See, that's only 1959. So, I'm not 100% sure this, I don't know how this is going to work. That's not going to work on lines. Well, here we go. Let's change our nudge factor to 19.95. And let's start on that one right there. Control or hit the plus key, and we need to go to there. So that's 19.95 apart. I don't like, well, I'm going to stretch it, but I'm going to grab it and grab right here and have it go to like right there. And see, that's actually going to be passed. Now this might not work, but we got a different brush now. So let's go to the artistic media brush, make sure it's picked on the vector brush, and save it, and just call it DGR, which means nothing. And then it takes a few seconds for the little pencil to come up, and then you got to go up or down. Yeah, we're still off. But when we're here, let's break the artistic media apart. move our circle out of the way, we can actually do, and this would be important. The other way I did it earlier was for a circle. But if we could do the same thing here now, that we're a little bit short, we're going to have to go up to object and ungroup all, and then grab that one and maybe this one, and control G to group, control D to duplicate, alternate C to have it rotate from the center of the page. And you just have to play with it. You know, I'm surprised it's letting me move it around. So that's not, but so the other way I did it, I really wanted to show that off, because you could play it out and figure it out. But the good thing that would be about this particular one, and using the artistic media tool, you know, if you didn't have to have it elongated, now we're going to have to go to object, you know, a S curve, or this half of a, I'm going to convert, it's already a curve. Let's measure it. See, we're at 14, and, you know, we could cut this to 14. Let's just do it. Let's, probably the easiest thing to do is make a box 14 inches long. Now this is going to not matter on the ends. So let's just put it like right there, and let's just cut by hand, or you could intersect it. We probably need to make sure it's got a complete piece there. You know what? This might not work at all. So what we're going to do is make a new brush. And if I was to do it over, I would start off and just make one, because this is going to have a funny ending. Well, you know what? Let's just do this. Let's go up to object, group, and ungroup it, and get rid of these two pieces. Go up to object, ungroup all. Just get rid of these two pieces. Now we got a complete set. Now we could go up here and control G to group it. And we were, I can't remember, we were 14.79 inches long. Let's make our thing 14.79 inches long. Go back to the, and you know, this could work on an S curve. I was just making it simple. And artistic media tool, make sure the vector brush. Okay, I don't have anything picked, so it wouldn't do it. And go right here to the save. We're going to call it Doug Green RR. And then it takes just a second for this to come up. And then you, for some reason, you got to go up or down on the scale. So this chain, now we could have done this with the circle, but not that easily. And, you know, you could make it an S curve. You know, I think we could actually change it now. Of course, it's going to mess up the chain looking thing. See, you could play around with the chain. Of course, that looks pretty good. Anyway, just another way to do it. That's pretty cool. You could actually do a rounded corner box like that. Anyway, I hope that helped a little bit. And one other thing, just don't forget always to go to object and let's select it all. And you got to get rid of that artistic media brush, because if you don't, that hairline is still there. Anyway, I hope that helped a little bit. Thank you for watching.